guys, it's Karishma. Today I'm going to be doing the new to BookTube tag. This is my first video ever, so I thought it was a good way to start off my channel. The first question is, where are you from? I'm from Georgia. The second question is, why did you join BookTube? I joined BookTube for the same reason most people do. I love to read and I love to talk about books, and this was a great way for me to get to know other people who love to talk about books and love to read as well. The third question is, what is the meaning of your channel name? So it's Curry's Books. Curry is the first four letters of my actual name, which is Karishma, and it's a nickname of mine. So I thought it would be a perfect way to have my name still in the channel name without having my entire name since it's so long. The fourth question is, what type of books do you like to read and would you like to talk about on your channel? I lean more towards young adult books just because I'm more in that age group. I do like sci-fi and I'm trying to get more into it. I've read recently Illuminae and Jurassic Park and I really loved them, and I think I could really get more into those sci-fi books. The fifth question is, who are your favorite authors? My favorite authors are probably Maggie Stiefvater. I love The Raven Cycle. Leigh Bardugo, I read the Grisha trilogy and Six of Crows, and I didn't love her for the Grisha trilogy, but after reading the Six of Crows duology, I love her and I would probably read all of her books. Another one is Rick Riordan. He's classic. I've been reading his books since I was 10 years old, and I will be reading them until he stops writing. So the sixth question is, what was the last book you read? The last book I read was Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This was actually a reread. I wanted to reread it before I read Lord of Shadows. I haven't gotten to Lord of Shadows yet, but this was 10 times better than I remembered it being the first time, so I was really glad I picked it up again. The seventh question is, what do you use for bookmarks? So I use these little squares. They look like sticky notes, but they don't have a sticky part of it. I have a bunch of these. They're all different colors, and it's just easy to use. I also sometimes use clear tags like this, so I can just keep it in while I read, and I like to see my progress throughout. So how much ever I read in one sitting, I like to see that, and this is a good way to do that. The eighth question is, show us your TBR pile. It's big. I don't know if I can show you. There's 40 to 50 books in there, so I don't know if I can carry that. The ninth question is, hardcover or paperback? Personally, I love the look of hardcovers, but I do tend to like to read with paperbacks better. Sometimes I do have an issue. I don't like to mess up the books, and paperbacks are easy to mess up. So I think in general, hardcover maybe, probably. But if I'm buying a book for myself, I tend to go more towards paperbacks. The 10th question is, ebooks or physical books? I like to use ebooks. I usually use it when I use my library, just because it's easier than having to go to the library. I'm in a club in school where I have to read a lot of books, and it's easier to use ebooks sometimes than to buy the books, just in case I don't like it and I don't really need it to keep them. But I do like physical books. I think I like them more just because of the aesthetic of them. I like to own them, but I don't prefer to read one more than the other. Question 11 is, what book or series got you into reading? So I actually had two waves of when I started to read. The first one was in elementary school. The series was Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I was young, and this was a great fast-paced story for me to get started into, and I loved it. It was just an easy book, and it was interesting, and it really got me into reading. But in middle school, I stopped reading, and I didn't really pick up a book again for fun until 8th grade, and this series was The Moral Instruments. City of Bones was my favorite book for a really long time. It got me into rereading. It got me into reading again when I was older, and I haven't stopped reading since then. The 12th question is, how did you discover BookTube? So I think I found Sasha Alsberg from A Book Utopia. I found her Mortal Instruments account when I was in 8th or 9th grade, and I really got into her account, and I found her personal, it was for her YouTube. And through her personal account, I found her YouTube channel, and I noticed there were a lot of other people doing book videos, and I didn't even know that was a thing on YouTube. The 13th question is, what type of challenges do you think you'll face in BookTube? I start my senior year this August, and I'm going to have to start applying to colleges, so I think while I'm doing that, I might fall a little bit out of schedule with filming, and I might not be able to put up as many videos as I would like to, but hopefully I can get my schedule in order now in the summer and to be good when school actually starts. The 14th question is, where else can we find you? I'll put the links in the description, but you can find me on Instagram at car.ishma or on Twitter at curryishma. Thanks guys, see you soon with another video.